Hello everybody! Atalanta for sure. La Espada de Cristal, it should have been finished after the first story, the first season. It was a mistake to try to make a new season. The first season was perfect to finish in a bad way, but it was finished. But Atalanta, yes, she continues her travel, and I make also scripts for other drawers, Luna and the new girl who is drawn by also a girl. And the series is called Tallulah, and everything happens in Polynesia with just Polynesian people, just people 1,000 years ago that to who happened a very big story, fantasy. My favorite ones are Greek mythology. I also like a lot of Celtic mythology, but I do mythology because heroic fantasy, it's very easy to write a story. If you have a problem, you put a dragon, and the girl or the hero, they fight the dragon. If you have not enough room, well, you don't make the dragon attack them. So to tell a story with heroic fantasy was very easy for me, too easy. So instead of making a story just like that with fantasy, I was thinking to do a story that can bring the reader something. So he can learn a little bit more about griffins, a bit more about flying horses, and so on. So I think it was important to, like Harry Potter, to bring stories with mythology, to say, well, all those fantasies don't come from anywhere. It's already here, 2,000 years, 3,000 years ago. So instead to make just a fantasy, I try to make a smart and intelligent fantasy, humbly. I don't know about Spain, but heroic fantasy was already very popular before the Lord of the Rings movie, and it didn't bring us in France and Belgium more readers, but the style already exists, like the heroic fantasy style. So I don't think it makes bigger. The people who love the story, it's always the same amount of people that love fantasy, heroic fantasy. It's not growing. What I enjoy the most is to make a book. If I draw it, if somebody else draw it, if somebody else write me the story, the more important for me is to make the best book as possible. I think in the beginning, yes, you look for something else, but as more you get experience, more you go to the people who are in the same field than you are. So it's more easy to communicate what you want or what he wants, and try to make, as I said just before, the best book you can do. So naturally you go for the people who are in the same way that you are. My first experience with American comics was a mix of happiness and disappointment. I was so happy to just think that an American kid somewhere in Minnesota is going to read or look at the drawing I've done. So For me, it's magical. And the disappointment was that I was the gem of the month when the book came out, and I was thinking, well, they're going to call me for other stuff, you know? And they never did. So maybe they want me to call them and say, well, I'm here, I want some more. But I have already enough, you know? So that was, maybe it was not the right time to start doing something like that, because it was not something really coming from inside to do that. It's a luck for us that all those new things comes, and so you have two solutions. I think one is to take the wave and start surfing and see there what's going on, there what's going on, and the other is to say, well, I'm an artist and I do watercolors, very little delicatesse, you know, and I think the comic world in France will separate very soon like that. There will be artists and people who are multimedia, who are going to touch movies, video games, and be part of a big industry. And the two are very interesting. For the moment, I'm torn between the two. So, because I would like to have a game, I would like to have a cartoon movie, I would like. At the same time, I would like to be considered as an artist. So, well, let's make life and time make the difference and make the choice for me. When I come here in Spain, I see so much Spanish artists with so much talent and dying for work and wanting to work. So I think the future is bright. I think if we do the books the people want to read, or doing the comics the people want to see on the internet or on the iPhone, and if we do that, it's bright. If we don't, and we say, well, we are artists, we stay in our ivory tower, well, we're going to die very quickly. It's one of the organizers who say, well, the puppet of the town is a bear who eats red berries.
Yeah, it's some kind of.
Yeah, everybody say it's some kind of a fruit that grows here, but we don't know. So I was really particular with my colorist to make 7 stars. I think there was 7 stars, 11 red berries. So I didn't know why, but we respect that and say, well, maybe if there is 11 red berries, it means something. As soon as I finish the drawing, I keep asking everybody the story about the bear. I say, well, it's just a bear. There was a lot of bears around here before, and they all eat fruits. So, okay. But the story, but that's the story. And I learned that every time Real Madrid wins something big, they go make a party with the bear. So I say, respect. Ok, so, je veux dire au revoir à tous mes amis de Madrid. Je vous remercie de leur accueil, je vous remercie pour m'avoir permis de faire ce poster. Et je vous dis au revoir, et je dis au revoir à tous les fans de la Parade des Monstres. Et à bientôt, j'espère l'année prochaine ou dans 2 ans à Madrid. Ciao.